Greetings on a mother effing Columbus Day. Um, the hero, a hero who discovered new worlds for us to live in. So I paid for a movie on Amazon Prime to watch. It was $5. I rented Beaten to Death, and I saw the trailer. I saw like a little bit of it, the name. Then I looked up the poster art. I was like, it looks awesome. Beaten to Death, 2023, written and directed by Sam Curtin. It's an Australian film. Oh no, it could be New Zealand, but I think it's Australian. So I watched it. It's an hour and a half, and it's not it's not Deadbeat at Dawn. It's not Friday the 13th Part 4. It's not as brutal as you would think. I kind of got the idea, like, I was like, don't go into it expecting like gallons of blood and gore and crazy stuff. I was, just go into it, um, with low expectations. And yeah, it's not any of that. It's not. I would say it's more akin to something like The Green Room, but just not as good and nowhere near. Doesn't have the body count, but it was pretty brutal. I'll give it that. It just starts out. There's a shack or a house, and you hear the thud of like fists on flesh. There's a big balded, bearded bastard laying into some dude on beneath him, and he's like already bloody. You see the body of a girl, and then the dude getting beaten to death. He grabs a bottle and stabs that big bastard right in the neck. And that was cool. He spits out like so much blood. It looked real though. It didn't look like CGI blood, but it could have been. So that was a good first kill. And you find out like the girl is dead, and you're like, what the hell happened to this couple? That this guy's like half beaten to death, and his girl's dead already. So he like goes looking for help. He finds a guy. The guy's like being a jerk. He just kind of dismisses him, but he tells him his girlfriend's dead. So he takes him back. Of course, it turns out the guy that the beaten up dude went. I can't remember their names. The guy that was helping him, that bald bearded bastard, was his brother, of course. So that, and like the guy goes in to see what's taking so long, and he hears him. He's like, "I want to kill him." So he takes off, chases him, and then he catches him. He takes him back, and he gouges his eyes out, both of them, with a knife. So like right away, this dude's blind, and I was like, "Holy hell, that's different." One eye you would think, finger shot in the shoulder or the side, and they're still okay. I mean, he blinded them. So how does he fight now? So I was like, okay, this isn't gonna be like action, or it's not gonna be like The Raid or what's another or oh yeah, this is not The Night Comes for Us. This is like the level of violence in this is like 30 seconds of The Night Comes for Us. So it's just this guy who's eyeless wandering around trying to get away. But yeah, he just keeps getting caught. One thing, that he gets mud in his eye holes, and a lot. And I was like, it's like caked on. I guess they did it so they didn't have to show special effects, like practical effects of like his eyelessness. And I was just, dude, get that mud out of your eyes. It's just like in there. So that bothered me. And then the guy catches him again, and he makes the dude dig his own grave. And he digs it pretty deep. I was like, man, I think that would have taken longer than it would have seemed for him to dig a grave that big. And then the guy like tosses him in there, and he's like begging for his life, please, just drop me and my dead girlfriend off somewhere, as I'm blind, I won't remember you. He's like, please look into your heart. And then I knew he throws his girlfriend's body on him, and he buries him alive, and the movie's over. No, it's not over. He digs out, and the movie is just him wandering through the wilderness with he found a stick, and I was just, dude, you have no idea where you're going. Like, what would you do? Would you just sit down, and you could walk into like a hole in the ground, or off a cliff, or into the water, and you don't. Anyway, he keeps trying, and then should you watch it? I don't think you should pay for it. I mean, look at the art for it. Looks really cool. Beaten to Death. It's like a Dying Fetus song. It just wasn't. It was good, but not. Jesus, almost. If you could watch it for free somewhere, yeah, I would give it a watch, because it is pretty brutal. It's bleak. It has a downer ending, that's for sure. A little gore too. There is a little gore. And just a lot of beating, and not a lot, but there is. This dude just gets pummeled and eyes gouged out. And look, there's one part where he's walking, and you see the sun is like huge in front of him. That looked cool. There's some cool scenes in it. Sometimes it looks like he's on an alien world, wherever they filmed it. Just the landscape looked cool. But really, I could only give it a 3 Manos Hands of Fate. Just like an average film. At least it's only an hour and a half. Dude like blubbers and whines and sobs a lot. That got a little annoying. And then after a while, like, I was like, what does this dude look like as a normal human? They do show him. You do see him like with eyes and not covered in blood and mud and filth. I was like, dude, I don't know what this guy looks like. Yeah, very bare bones story. Just, yeah, it could have been more gore and violence. There's really only like 5 characters in this. And after a while, I was like, no one else is gonna come out. And I was like, how can he kill with no eyes? He can't see. But that is different, though. Usually, you can always, in these movies, they always have a chance to fight back. He had no chance, but he still manages to kill someone with no eyeballs. So, Beaten to Death. Watch the trailer. I don't know, just look at the art. The art's really cool. That's what sucked me in, and it did. I got my $5. So yeah, not the most Halloween-y of films, but I gotta see it. I gotta find out. I guess I'd still be thinking about it. But yeah, I cannot just. I wish I could say I want to find that movie that I can totally get behind and say, you gotta check it out. I'm thinking, all I can think of now is like the Hong Kong horror stuff. That's the only stuff that's really, been winning me over. And I got some books. I got, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Yeah, here's 3. 3's like an average for Beaten to Death. So I got some books from my friend Gary. And he sent me Vampire Beat by Vincent Courtney. The Final Conflict, a movie novelization. I love these. And he sent me The Slob by Aaron Beauregard. Well, let's read this one. Some stains don't come out. Raised in a household so filthy it was stomach spilling, Vera involuntarily evolved into a neat freak. Upon discovering she and her disabled husband Daniel are expecting, she needs fast cash. Her obsession with cleanliness sprouts the concept that her skill can be put to use in a unique way. She takes a stab at the booming door-to-door vacuum sales business of 1988. All is going well until she arrives at the steps of a house that will change her forever. The steps of an evil that resurrects the ghastly memories she so desperately tried to wash away. Nothing will prepare you for the nastiness, disorder, and sickening horror brought forth by the slob. And maybe I can finish this in time for Halloween, or probably not. But yeah, Beaten to Death. I wish it could say I lived up to the title. Not half, but not really. It sucks because I really like the cover art. But yeah, save your $5. I'll find something. Rent The Seventh Curse. That's a sure winner. I don't even know if I reviewed it. I think I did. It doesn't matter. The Seventh Curse is just one of the most amazing films I've seen in the last couple of years. That's my review, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.